It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. There's a scene a short time ago the Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This is Rashad Penny, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route.
Wilson's pass.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. And he finds Penny. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. They find some open field here. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. He finds Dorsett, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Wilson. Dorsett making the catch. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Wilson will throw again. And able to find Dorsett. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down,
they'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And the Seahawks.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Complete to Dorsett. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the Ravens' 19-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Penny. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
He was brought down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
First down, Seattle.
Now Wilson on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
To throw again, Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
He's coming. Double up.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Seahawks 6.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to go up top again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
49 the Mike, Mark 49. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 49 the Mike. I got you. I got you. Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort, but on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
He was
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now Dobbins. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 21. 7 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball, too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
14.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Wilson. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Oh, looking for Andrews. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 43 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Seahawks 6. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dorsett's got it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st down, Seattle.
On 1st down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Throwing again here, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown.
DK Metcalf, 28 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Ravens 21. Seahawks 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Intercepted.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Intercepted.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And his pass incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. To throw is Wilson on 1st and 10. Left side, it's Dorsett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
A gain of 11.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Penny, a first down carry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Penny, the Seahawks ball carrier. He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 32-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and Hill will opt for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
35-yard line.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Seahawks 13.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Intercepted.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Play brings up 2nd and 10.
Another run here with Dobbins. And some space here. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 29-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He was taken down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
4th down.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Wilson now throwing on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
That's the reason we bought for
Quit talking about it. Oh, wait.
Here's Wilson on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Second down.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing him.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Dobbins. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Now Jackson on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Delano Hill. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 13-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. A throw complete to Dorsett, and he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down, Seahawks.
On 1st and 10, Wilson. Underneath, he's got Olsen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Wilson on 1st and 10. And Olsen over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Olsen
able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 43.
To throw again is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25.
Wilson.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
A gain of
33 yards that time.
And the Seahawks first down.
Wilson will throw again. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Marcus Peters. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And this is going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And Jackson throwing once more. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 39. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score.
Ravens 28, Seahawks 20. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the gun, Jackson. Looking deep for Adams. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
They'll take over.
A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But it'll be second down.
2nd and 10.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He finds Dorsett, it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett. 54 yards. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game.
Conversion.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Switch, switch, switch. Slam, slam, slam. 14.
They're going to try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop. And they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
24-yard line.
They'll go again with Dobbins. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
A 4-yard
An
line.
interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. Now Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run here with Dobbins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Jackson to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jaron Reed in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and it was a game where they got out to a pretty good size lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up. You would continue to score and find ways to keep your lead pretty well throughout the game. But they did find a way to win, as you noted. Hung on at the end as the big rush came at them. Fortunately enough, they put enough points on the board to have enough